What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. Jordan Seaton, the situation continues. Everybody is weighing in on where is he going to go? Is he going to go to the University of Miami? Michael Irvin responded saying, if you're leaving my boy, you need to come see me at the University of Miami. Yeah, well, Mike, he don't need to listen to you either. He needs to do what's best for him. If he's coming to the University of Miami, it's definitely probably not because of you. He's making if I'm a betting man, he's making a business decision here as far as elevating his career. It's not just money here, because I believe he could have got the money at Colorado. Because he's for sure after this season, he's going to be a top draft pick anyway, as long as he stay healthy. He's going to be in the top 5 in the draft after next season. So the money is coming. That signing bonus, you get that right away. So he's like a year away from a huge signing bonus. When I say a huge signing bonus, he's a year away from like $30 million. He's only 12 calendar months, not even that away, maybe 14 calendar months away. That's how quickly that's how quickly that's just how quickly things work here. So with that being said, if he's if he's like right there, then it's probably more than money for him leaving, because he's probably, and I'm gonna play a little audio on what Matt said here, because he seemed to think it's a development. He said that he's not being developed there. So if he's not being developed at Colorado, I don't know if he's not being developed at all. I don't know, because I'm not there. I don't know what happens in practice. But if he feel like something is not right, then he probably need to leave and go somewhere else, because this is serious. I mean, he's literally within like 14. He's within a year away, almost a year away from entering the draft. And he's going to be a top 5 pick, which means that he's going to get that signing bonus right away. You remember how I said Shador got robbed of $30+ million because he didn't get drafted in the first round? He lost a lot of money. That signing bonus is guaranteed. I'm not talking about the rookie contract. I'm talking about the signing bonus. Now, he's right there. He's on the cusp of getting this signing bonus. So if he stayed at Colorado for $2.5 million, I'm sure Colorado probably could have paid that. However, or they could be like, you need to take a pay cut, because I heard that was on the table. Like, can you take a pay cut? He's not taking a pay cut, and rightfully so. He shouldn't have to take a pay cut. It's not his fault that the program is the way it is, financially or whatever. They need more donors. That's not his fault. Because he can easily get the money somewhere else, because we got to look at, it's not that he's being greedy. We got to look at the business part of it. Coach Prime didn't take a pay cut, so why should he take a pay cut? No. I don't believe in it, taking a pay cut. So he's doing a job. He's going out to do a job. I don't care if you guys didn't win. He went out and did his job. Okay? His stats shows it. He went out and did his job. So why should he take a pay cut? He's one of the stars on that team. He should not have to take a pay cut. Let the coach take one. He shouldn't have to take a pay cut, because the coach got his money already. Okay? The coach got his money already. So if he's putting all this work in the offseason, no, he should not take a pay cut. He should go elsewhere and get his market value. See, in business, there's no friends in business. There's no emotion in business. Business is business. There's no emotion in it. So this is a teachable moment for these kids. There's no emotion. Don't let people try to make you feel bad for a business decision. It's at the end of the day, it's Jordan Seaton and his immediate family. You guys are not his immediate family. We're not his immediate family. So your opinions mean nothing. Okay? You guys you trying to say, well, Travis was loyal. No, Travis made a business decision would go with Colorado. Colorado was the big platform. Colorado was the place that they went to because it's a Power Five. That was like one of the options that they had. Travis had other options the second year. Before after he left Jackson State, but he wanted to play with Coach Prime. That was his decision. He made a decision to play with Coach Prime. Now, if he had made a decision to go elsewhere, you guys would have badmouthed Travis Hunter as well. If he had made the decision to go somewhere else. See, a lot of people are selfish here. They're only thinking about themselves. No, this kid is making a business decision for himself. No, he should not take a pay cut. Travis didn't take a pay cut. Shador didn't take a pay cut. Shiloh didn't take a pay cut. Coach Prime didn't take a pay cut. He's not taking a pay cut. Okay? He's not taking a pay cut. Your sons didn't take a pay cut, so he's not taking one. Point blank, period. He's not taking a pay cut. If that's the case. Okay? You guys go raise the money and go pay for these players. Go raise the money. You guys need to raise money. You got a new athletic director, right? Raise some money. But some of that money goes to the basketball team. But y'all need to raise some more money. That's not his fault. That's not his fault. So he's going with the market rate. The market rate for a left tackle, as good as he is, you have to pay. You have to pay. You guys paid Boo Carter. You got to pay him. Okay? What's fair is fair here. This is the transfer portal era. If you guys got a problem with it, you might not want to be in this transfer portal era because that's the way it is. I'm for the players first because I remember what they did to the Fab Five. I remember what they did to them. So I'm glad the players are getting paid now. And I'm hearing people with their podcasts and they said, well, the one guy said, well, if my mother said, if I don't have anything good to say, I'm not going to say it at all. You better not go out of pocket because I'm going to be right here to call you out. Go out of pocket if you want to. Okay? Who the hell are you to sit here and badmouth this kid because he's making a decision? You don't know him or his family. You mean nothing. Okay? Don't we getting beside ourselves here. You guys act like he's making a bad decision because he's making a decision for him and his family. At the end of the day, guys, business is business. There's no emotion in business. There's no friends in it. It's business at the end of the day. Okay? If he can go somewhere and get a market rate for his value, he needs to go get it. He don't need to accept less money because Travis and them didn't accept less money. He's not accepting less money. See, they need to go raise some more money so they can pay players. That's not his fault. He deserves to be on a winning program. He deserves it. He deserves to go somewhere else. Okay? And here's the thing. The reason why we keep talking about money, because Coach and them keep talking about it. They keep bringing money up. And I'm telling you guys, they shouldn't be doing that. The optics don't look good. Stop talking about money. Because we weren't talking when your kids were getting the money. So stop. Everybody's not leaving because of the money. Everybody's not leaving because of the money. So you guys need to stop that. You coach yourself, you need to stop this narrative because you're the head coach here. This is getting out of control. This kid is getting attacked left and right, saying that he's chasing a bag. Jordan is not chasing a bag because he's only 12 months away from getting a bag. He's 12 months away from signing a signing bonus. That's over $30 million. He's within 12 months away. You guys were paying him millions already. You guys probably paid him $1.5 million or whatever the case is. It's not about money. I don't think so. I don't think in this case it's about money. It's toxic over there. That's what I heard. One of the parents told me. It's toxic as fuck over there. And you got to clean it up, coach. You got to clean this up. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody parents is not downtrodden. There's some parents that got money over there. They're not there for the money. One of the players is there because he likes the program even before you got there. That locker room, you lost the locker room. You lost it. This is what happened. You lost the locker room. You lost it. I was talking to one of the parents yesterday. You lost the locker room. See, this is not what you guys are not talking about. Okay? It's a combination of the toxicity, X. It's a combination of everything. Yes, there's agents that's in the way. There's parents that's in the way. But also that locker room was gone. That locker room was gone in the early part of the season. That locker room was gone. And so it's a combination of a lot of things. I've already said no situation is perfect. I've already said how the player should tackle it. I've already said it. You probably nobody listens to me. I've already said if I was a player, how do you tackle this situation if it's a toxic environment? Because a lot of environments you're going to go to are toxic. A lot of environments, it don't take grit to be. What are you talking about, man? What you mean it take grit to be a buff? A buff, they haven't won shit since 2004, man. Since 2004. What you mean take grit? They shouldn't even be in the Power Five. So let me just say this. I'm not reading the comments because I'm gonna get thrown off right now. Because you guys don't listen to what I'm saying anyway. So I'm not even gonna read it. The thing is, he gotta fix this. He gotta fix the team himself. He's the head coach. He gotta fix it. They had a lot of problems last year. They had a lot of problems. And it's gonna come out. It's definitely gonna come out. They did have a lot of problems. Now, I had told somebody, I don't think it should come out. I don't think it should come out. Let bygones be bygones and go somewhere else. Let bygones. Listen, I'm going to have to block you because you spamming. I'm going to have to block you. I'm going to tell you to stop right now. Because I don't know who sent you, but you're spamming me. So please stop. Please stop. I don't want to hear it right now. I'm gonna have to time you out. Don't spam me. Do not spam me because I know they be sending people. Don't spam me. Please not. I know you don't come in disrespect, but you're not gonna spam me here. Don't spam me. Let me get this out real quick. But just do not spam me. Because I don't have a dog in this race. Hold on one second. I don't have a dog in this race. I'm just saying what's right for these kids real quick. Now let me get back to this. So for the kid, stop spamming me. Yes, you are spamming. You're spamming. Hold on. All right. You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. I told you don't spam me. I'm going to put you in for 24 hours. Don't spam me. You guys not going to come over here. I know they be sending people. You're not coming here and doing that because I don't got no dog in this race. I'm not trying to be in nobody's face. I'm saying what's right and what the kid. I'm giving advice here. Hold on. I got to time you out too because I said he was spamming. Don't sit up here and try to question me. I said he's spamming. That's what I said. Don't sit up here and say he not spamming. I said he was. That's all that mattered. I said he was spamming. If you don't like it, don't come back. I said he was spamming. All right? So let me get back to this advice here. So as far as for the young men is concerned, I don't think none of this stuff, locker room stuff should come out or anything. What I think should happen is Learn from this situation. If you're gonna be in toxic environments or what do you call it, non perfect environments, even when you're in the NFL, even when you're in a job force, even when you have your own business, you're gonna face toxic environments. You're gonna face toxic environments for the rest of your life, but it's how you handle it. It's your decorum what matters. Always take the class route before any other route. You know what I'm saying? Do your job. Make sure, because they're going to have problems next year on the next team, because they're not going to fix this. Okay? They're going to have problems on the next team because they're not going to fix it. But let me just tell you this. What you do is, I'm about to get to that X in a second because I'm going to play his audio. So you reminded me. You're going to face toxic environments. Was that environment toxic? Yes, it was. And it's coming out. It's coming out that it was toxic because one of the representatives for the team, he's talking down on the players. So, yeah, it is toxic. They ain't say nothing yesterday, did they? Because they probably was told to be quiet. He probably was told to be quiet. That's why he didn't say nothing. Okay? That's why he didn't say nothing yesterday. Okay? What somebody told me, like, yo, Max, you must be psychic. Like, do you know? I'm like, no, I'm not psychic. I could just see it. I could see it. So for the players, this is how you handle this situation because you guys are handling it well because you're not talking. The players are not talking. The players are not talking about money. The coach is talking about money. He said they're leaving for money. Coach, you got to stop talking about the money. Everybody's not leaving for the money. Some of these parents got money. See, these people don't know. These vloggers don't know that. They don't know that. Now, for the players, what you got to do is keep doing what you're doing. Don't say anything. Don't say anything publicly. Don't say anything on your social media. If you're in a toxic environment, what you got to do is don't stop playing. Do the best that you can. Play hard. Work hard. Get your film. And then quietly go elsewhere like you guys did. And then what you guys did, you thank the team. You thank the coaches. That is the professional way to do it. And I'm glad how you guys handle yourself. That's the professional way to go about this. Okay? Because you're not going to win in the media. You're not going to win. Listen, I said you're not going to spam me. That's what I said. You're not going to spam. You're not going to spam over here. You guys not. Let me hide you. And now I'm hiding you. Don't spam over here. Do not spam. You guys are not going to sit up here and you don't run nothing over here. You're not spamming. They got burner accounts and they coming over here. You're not spamming. I promise you this. Listen. You ain't even going to say, I'm going to have to go ahead and hide you. You're not even going to say their name over here. The morning wood. That shit sound nasty. The morning wood. That sound crazy. Okay? You're not spamming nothing over here. You guys don't run nothing. Okay? You guys run nothing. When I said I'm for the players first, I'm for the players first. The coaches, whatever. I'm for the players first because they matter. Okay? They matter. So, like I said, you guys handle it well. Don't say nothing. Go on to your next teams and go do what you got to do. But you're always gonna run into coaches. You're gonna run into people that you got a problem with, or a situation that you have a problem with. It don't have to be the coaches. It could be a situation that's not ideal. Even Cam Newton talked about it. I had to deal with certain coaches. But see, Cam, these kids ain't got to deal with what you got to deal with no more. This is a different day and age. Things changing around. There's certain things that you took that you had to endure that these kids ain't got to endure no more. And they're not enduring it. They're not. And they still have to be professional, which they are. And that is the important message for today. Jordan Seaton is being very professional. He was the call. I saw a vlogger call him disgusting. What he did was disgusting. No, excuse me. What he did was disgusting. How dare he? Who the fuck do he think he is? To sit up there and say, you what he doing is disgusting. Shut up. You don't speak for that young man. You don't have the right to say what he doing is disgusting. What you're doing is disgusting for attacking the young man. You're disgusting. You're disgusting. Who the hell you think you are? Okay, because at the end of the day, these players could do whatever they want to do. Coach Prime did what he wanted to do. He left Jackson State, didn't he? He did what he wanted. Didn't a lot of people at Jackson State was mad? It's a part of the business. People make decisions for them. You didn't hear me saying, damn, I wish Coach Prime should have stayed at Jackson State. I didn't say that. Because he doing what's best for him and his family. And it's the same goes with Jordan. Coach might have told him to leave. How do we don't know what coach told him. He could have said, look, man, they giving you an offer you can't refuse. You got to do what you got to do. We don't know that. He's not saying it. We don't know what happened behind closed doors that make him want to just up it. Last time I checked, he was recruiting. He was one of the recruiters trying to get players to come to Colorado. Wasn't he? He told somebody, hey, you want to come play with me? And then when he came to Colorado, you guys must have forgot in my Roy Jones voice. You must have forgot. When he came there, when he first got there, he was recruiting. When he signed in, he telling other players, you need to come to Colorado. He did his job. Okay? If he feels that he needs to develop his skills some more and go somewhere that'll help him develop his skills, that's what he got to do. If y'all can't get it done. Because y'all look like y'all probably can't get it done. Okay, I'm being honest with you. If I was him, I'm like, look, if I'm not learning certain things there, yeah, I got to leave. It's not about the money. It's not because he can get the money from y'all. You guys could pay him $2 million. You guys not broke over there. Y'all could have paid the $2 million. And he's also a year away from getting $35 million or $40 million because he's going to be the top 5th pick in the draft. He's going to get 30 to 40 million off top. I'm talking about the signing bonus. He's only a year away from that as long as he stay healthy. So he's not tripping over the money. Yeah, he recruited the cousin. Hold up. You said he recruited his cousin and the cousin blasted him. What did the cousin say? What did the cousin say? Like, what did he say? You say he blasted him. Yeah, two things can be true. You just have to handle yourself professionally and then move on. Yeah, I know they talked about Kermani and coach didn't say nothing. He let that narrative stay out there. And I had to go hard for Kermani. And guess what? The parents, they thanked me for it. They did. But I don't talk about all that. The parents, man, I really thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do what's right. I do what's right. Wait, what do you say? Let me read your comment. You said, why didn't he stay at Sam? Damn, that's a long time ago. Because he did a business move and then went to another team. That's why. So y'all not gonna sit up here and talk bad about him because I'm gonna name names now. I'm gonna name names and I'm coming after you. You're not gonna sit here and badmouth this kid. This kid didn't do nothing when he was there. He ain't do nothing wrong. Now all of a sudden, and then you're gonna make a title talking about this is how Colorado can benefit off him leaving. They not benefiting off of him leaving. This is a huge loss. This is like losing Travis. They ain't gonna find a left tackle as good as him. Not that caliber. Okay, if they do, all right, watch this. Let's compare it. So if they find somebody to replace him, I'm under the assumption that that left tackle is going to go top 5 in the draft next year. If that tackle don't go top 5 in the draft next year, they have not found a replacement. You get me? They have not. So they need to find a replacement that's going to go back to back with Jordan Seaton in the draft. Let's see if they can find it. They're not finding it because those players are not leaving their teams. They screwed up here. They dropped the ball. They did. They did. They dropped the ball. And I don't want to hear it. You're not going to talk bad about him like you did Kermani. Because I was defending Kermani. DGH, you remember that? I was defending him. Y'all not going to do that. Y'all not going to do that. And be quiet about it. He's making a decision. He's making a business decision here for his career. He don't want to hurt his career. He's making a business decision. Now, do you guys realize that you could change your mind overnight? Did you know that? Yeah, I'm staying at Colorado. Kevin, they had the money. Kevin, they have the money, man. He's not asking for an astronomical price, but it's more than the money, Kevin. They're not going to say it, though. They're not going to say it. They're not going to say it, but it's leaking out a little bit. It's leaking what happened. He had issues, Kevin. He had issue during a game one time. I don't talk about everything. He had an issue during a game. I saw it. It was on camera. It's more than that. That 2.5, Colorado could have paid that. He was leaving regardless. I think he made the decision late, and you can make the decision late. But I don't want to speak on that business side of it because that ain't my place. You know, well, if he almost gets $6 million, then shit, I'll take the $6 million too. Yeah, but there's something. If you go, I might have to. I don't want to point the video out because I don't want to be petty. But it's on video. It's on video. I saw it. I think it was just like a small second, 5 seconds of the video. I could tell it was a problem. Shit, LSU. I'm sure they probably did. But the thing is, there's a little bit more to it. There's a little bit more to the situation. You said it's on Twitter. What's on Twitter? But he's a good kid, guys. He's a really good guy. And I don't want him to get bad mouthed by this media. Y'all not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that, man. Because I'm coming after all of y'all. I'm gonna at you and everything. You're not gonna talk bad about him. Because he's not in a position to fight back because it'll make him look bad. So y'all not gonna do that. Mr. X, okay. There was a video, you said the video he was upset walking on the side. No, it was also when they were coming out at halftime. I don't know if you saw this. When they were coming out at halftime, he was going back out to the field, but he walked back. And then Gunner rushed after him. I don't know if you saw that. That was a problem there too. I saw that. You have to have an eye to see this stuff. I saw it. He went back because he was heading back out to the field, and he went back. And then Gunner like rushed after him like something like, what's up? Like, what's going on? Yeah. So it was a problem already. Ridicule don't always come with the money and the fame. Criticism comes with it. But when you sitting up here calling him out of his name, that don't come with it. This is a new day and age, Kevin. That's the old business. Now we all have our own platforms where we could fight back at the media. See, we couldn't do that back when Prime was playing. Yeah, back in the day, yeah, you had to take it on the chain. I ain't doing that no more because I got my platform and I'm gonna get at them. So that's just what it is right there. But the thing is, he can't say anything because it'll make him look bad. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. I'm gonna tell you this. Even if he responded, the other colleges ain't gonna give a damn because they already out to sabotage this program anyway. Did you know there's tampering going on? They were tampering. He wasn't even in the portal, and people contacting him. That's illegal. I mean, they were well, maybe through his representative. I guess it's the loophole is you go through the agent, I guess. But I'm pretty sure they were personally contacting him as well. They don't care. They don't want him to have these high profile players. They didn't want him to have Travis. What did Coach Saban say? He said something slick one time when Travis signed to Jackson State. Said something about the coaches paying his players. They didn't like him getting Travis. They didn't. So they trying to get all his players. And you see all these players like getting out the portal early. You can see the writing on the wall. But the thing is, he's grown. He's been through the media already. He knows how to handle himself in the media. You got to protect these kids too. He got to protect them. You know what I'm saying? This narrative out here, they saying that he's disgusting and all this stuff. Listen, man, they're making the program look bad. Listen, he don't hate. His name is not Travis Hunter. Travis did what's best for him. Okay, he did what's best for him, and he stayed at Colorado. Travis, he stayed at Colorado. Travis was only at Colorado 2 years. Jordan was there 2 years. So what's the problem? Travis was only there 2 years. He could have came back for his junior. I mean, he could have came back for his senior season. He was there 2 years. Jordan was there 2 years. So what's the problem? Travis could have came back his senior year, but he went to the NFL. He was there 2 years, and Jordan Seaton. You act like Jordan Seaton was only there 1 year. I'm not talking to you specifically, but I'm using your comment to add on to it. He was there 2 years, and Shador was there 2 years, and Travis was there 2 years. Okay, we're all forgiven. Who cares? They there 2 years. He did his 2 years. Okay? Travis could have came back for his senior season, but he didn't. Shador could have probably came back on a COVID year or something like that. They'd been a grad student. A lot of people saying Shador should have stayed another year, but they didn't. They were there 2 seasons, and he was there 2 seasons. So let's retire his jersey and move the fuck on. Let's do that. Let's do it. Move on, and let's go. Let's go with the next person up now. That's all. We just got to move on. And saying all this stuff is disgusting and how, this sickens me. And what did God say? This sickens me. And, there's no loyalty. Listen. What are you guys talking about? You guys haven't won nothing since 2004. What are you talking about? You guys act like you're LSU or something. You haven't won nothing since 2004. And then he brought you a Heisman Trophy winner. Okay? I don't care if he don't win another game in his whole coaching career. He got y'all a Heisman Trophy winner. He did his job. He made y'all relevant again. So leave this kid alone if he want to go to Miami somewhere and he wanna sit up there and flourish and do his thing. He already gave y'all 2 seasons. Travis gave you 2 seasons. Shador gave you 2 seasons. And he gave you 2 seasons. So what's the problem? You guys always talking slick. Okay? 2 seasons is enough. He gave you 2. Now he got to go somewhere and get with some real shit. He got to get with it. If that's what he want, get with it. That's his decision. I'm rocking with him. That's it. I don't go with what's popular. Fuck the popularity. I don't want to go with the cult. I want to go with crashing out. I'm always good for crashing out at least once a day. I'm crashing out. You're not going to sit up here and call him disgusting. You're not doing that. You're not calling my brother disgusting. Bullshit. And I know you say, see, then they say, well, what do you mean he's your brother? Yeah, we all brothers. You're not going to talk slick about him. You're not. That's right. You're not going to talk slick about him. And that's just what it is. Not coming from the outside. You outsiders not going to do that. You're not going to talk slick about him. We could talk slick about each other, but y'all not going to do it. Y'all not going to do it. And that might go over some people's heads what I just said. The outsiders are not going to talk slick about my brother. Period. I want my brother to go flourish and make all the money. It's like y'all ain't going to talk slick about my brother Jaheim either. If y'all set up there, I don't know how much y'all paid him. If y'all paid him $800,000, God bless that brother and his family. I might have said Caden Salter looked like a deer in headlights, but I'm glad that brother got paid. I'm glad that brother got paid. Okay? I'll never forget what you guys did to the Fab Five, you outsiders, and sat up there and gave them death threats after they went to the Final Four. And y'all gave them death threats. The hell with y'all. The hell with you out. You outsiders are not going to disrespect my brothers. Y'all not doing it. Because they shouldn't be at Colorado in the first fucking place. Y'all don't deserve them. Y'all don't deserve Jordan Seaton. Y'all didn't deserve a Heisman Trophy winner. Y'all didn't deserve Shador. Y'all lucky y'all got him. Y'all lucky. You lucky you got Shador because that was the spot that they had to go to. Because he had to go to the Power Five. So that was the spot that they gave him the opportunity. But y'all lucky. So stop sitting up here trying to talk slick about my brothers. Okay? That's just what it is right there. Y'all not going to talk slick about him. Y'all talk slick about Coach Prime. Oh, what did y'all say? Well, he needs to win this year. He don't need to do nothing. He don't need to do nothing. Y'all just need to make sure them checks are cleared. How about that? Okay? He don't need to do nothing. He already got y'all to a bowl game like he promised. Got you a Heisman Trophy winner. Got you a Johnny Unitas Award winner. Got you a Lot Trophy Award winner. The Bednarik Award winner. He got you all the awards except the Thorpe. He got you all the awards there except the Thorpe. Travis is the most decorated college player in the history of the sport. And y'all sitting up there bumping y'all goddamn gums. Stop. Well, I don't know. I don't give a damn if he went to the department and asked for a video. I don't care about all that. So what? He can still change his mind. Well, he asked him for a video and he used the video for his exit. It was a nice video for his exit. It was nice. Damn near a conference title. That's right. The second year. And they sitting up here tripping. Well, Jordan, I don't know. I'm never going to trust anybody ever again. You're an outsider. Be quiet. Let that brother eat. See, I ain't really going to say how I feel. I'm not really going to say it. I'm not really going to say how I feel, yo. I don't care if they win another game there. You're going to still pay that coach his money, though. That's what you're going to do. You know what they said? Well, maybe if he leaves, they ain't got to pay him. That's the ideal situation. Matt said that. No, he gonna stay there. And they keep saying that, well, Brendan Marion is his replacement. No, he's not. No, he's not. Coach Saban stopped coaching when he was in his 70s. The Raiders coach that just left, he was in his 70s. Bill Belichick still hanging around coaching. He's in his 70s. Coach is still in his 50s. So if he still wants to coach, he could coach. So if this kid feels like he's not getting developed, he has to leave. Guys, I'm telling you, in this situation, I can almost bet on it. He's not leaving because of the money. He's not leaving because of the money. Only thing they have to do at this point, hey man, we enjoyed playing. We enjoyed you here while it lasted. That's what people should be saying. I enjoyed them here while it lasted, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, sure, some of the Arizona State faithful, it's sure they blasted Sam Levitt. I'm sure they did. They blasted him because I saw it. I was on Twitter. I see what they were saying about Sam Levitt. They blasted him. Oh, he going for the bag at LSU. Let him go get his money. What you mean? He might not play in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let him go get their money. How do we know? Coach Prime could have told him to leave. Like, bro, like if they trying to give you how much, bro, go get your money. He the one made the song. It's about it's for the money. How we know he didn't tell Jordan, look, bro, look, check this out. We can offer you this much, but you know what they about to offer you, right? You got my blessing on this one. How we know he didn't say that? Because he's being quiet about it. Well, he did say the prayer and stuff, but shit, I would have told Jordan, like, yo, they about to offer you, yo, the bidding gonna start at 2.5. You know how cheap these folks up here where we at. They tripping up here, Jordan. They not gonna give you, they not gonna want to pay you that. But I would shake his hand. I said, I'm always gonna be here for you, but you gotta go get that money. Period. You gotta go get it. The bidding war is starting. And shit, how do we know he gonna leave after his junior? He might stay to his senior year if they pay him, if the pay is right, and then go get that $30-40 million bonus. That's a plus. That's not a minus. I am for the player first, ladies and gentlemen, and that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. I'm for the players first. I went hard all season for Shador, all season. I sat up there and banged on the Cleveland Browns. The whole season, I banged on them. The whole season. Okay? How trash they are for what they did. I said it's a crime scene. What they did. That kid lost $30-some million. They stole from him. They stole $30 million from this kid. Them other people. That's what I call them. They stole $30 million from him on some bullshit. No, damn well he was a first-round draft pick. I'm for the players first. The coaches are secondary. They're secondary to me. It's the players. Because they got to go out there and do the grunt work. And they spread this narrative like, well, Jaheim, he can't, he's lazy. Okay. Well, why is he with Ole Miss? Why are they wasting money on him then if he's lazy? All they got to do is call coach up, yo, coach. What's up with him? Yeah, he didn't cut the mustard for us. Well, if he ain't cut the mustard for Colorado, he ain't gonna cut the mustard for the Ole Miss. So something is up, but I can't prove it. I think these boosters, they playing games, yo. I think so. I think there's money out there that's sabotaging them. And what they could do is, look, I know you about to have an All-American season there, but what I need you to do is I'm going to pay you $500,000 to miss blocks. I'm going to pay you $500,000 to not go after the running back so he can run all over y'all ass. How we know that's not happening? We can't prove it. We can't prove it, but something is wrong here. Something wrong. Something wrong. You don't sit up there and, yeah, you're something wrong. But that's just how I got to see it. And the only reason why I started thinking that because of the Chauncey Billups situation. This is bigger than what you think it is. Sports betting is bigger than what you think it is. I believe some of the players are getting paid under the table to throw games. Hold up. Now I'm watching the chat. Now you spamming. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Stole 30 million. What are you talking about? Stole 30 million. I said that when he didn't go in the draft, you dumbass. When he didn't go in the first round, he lost $30 million. I'm talking about the signing bonus, dummy. So yeah, you gonna go. And then what did you say? You talking slick to me? What did you say? Hold up. What did you say? This guy's insane. Your mother's insane. So you going right you going in the transfer portal. I'm sending you in the transfer portal. Bye. You going in the transfer portal. See, I wasn't watching the chat, so they snuck that shit on. They snuck it on me, talking slick. Now you're in the transfer portal. Conservative. What is conservative dinker? Yeah, you one of them other side people. You getting triggered. Listen, I am your antichrist. I am here to give you seeds to business. I am your antichrist. My voice ain't deep for nothing. It go right through your soul. It go right through you. And I'm not talking, when I say the other side, I'm not talking about all of you. Because you got some good people on the other side too. You got some good people on the other side, but you guys inherently think you better than us. And I'm your antichrist. I'm here to put you in your place. And remember this, guys, words cut worse than anything else. Words cut worse than weapons. Do you know that? What I say, he's going to remember for the rest of his life. He's going to remember the rest of his life how I talk to him. For the rest of his life. Because my voice is deep. He's going to hear it in his soul for the rest of his life. That I sent his ass to the transfer portal. Okay? I don't say he's sending you to the bushes no more. I'm sending you to the transfer portal. You're out of here. Words is more powerful than weapons. Words is more powerful than weapons. When I sit there and put them people in their place, I say, you ain't going to talk to Jordan Seaton that way. They're going to remember me for the rest of their life because they don't think us should talk to them like that. I'm not scared of them. I don't think they're better than us. Okay? I talk down to them because I know they think inherently they better than us. You're not going to talk about Jordan Seaton. You weren't going to talk about Kamani either. No, you weren't going to talk about him either. And you weren't going to talk about Shador. You know, they were talking a little slick, got on his jersey and all that shit and got retired. They were talking slick on the low. So I don't like that they stole $30 million. That's what I said. I don't like that they stole $30 million from him. Because he was supposed to he was supposed to be the first or second quarterback taken in the draft. That was what was supposed to happen. But word on the street was Tom Brady got butt hurt. And they wanted to defend their All-American guy. Word on the street. Because who is he to talk about us that way? Shador is unapologetic like I am. That's why they don't like him. Yes, he played great. We don't know who put a word in for Otis, but he got the Ole Miss. But that's, but my whole thing with Otis is he got his money. See, Coach is blessing him over there. They don't like that either. He blessing people over there, man. Otis got how much? Caden got how much? He blessing people. And they were like, and you know what they're thinking, guys? They don't like that these young men are getting all this money. The other side. They don't. They don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Because see, to make their ass feel better, at least they could think that they're better than us. They can't think that no more. They can't think they were never better than us anyway, but they can't think it no more. That's why they feeling butthurt about it. Okay? That's why. But you're not gonna sit up here and talk slick about these guys. You're not doing it. Let him get his money and let him move on. If you gave him $800,000, then you gave him $800,000. He didn't get $800,000 because he had to pay taxes on it. And then he may have to pay the agent. So whatever he got after that, let him live, man. I hope he invests the money and make more money and make more money. But Seaton, I wish him the best. And that's just what it is. Yeah, these people gonna try to flood my comment section with some burner accounts. They crazy. Yeah, he's sitting up there blessing these guys. I think they mad. You know why? How do we know Coach didn't talk to him in the background? Like, bro, they about to offer you something we can't give you. You got to take it. We don't know what he said to him. Because everybody's being quiet. You ever thought about that? Coach is being quiet about it. He ain't saying nothing. I wonder why. Like, I would have told him the same. Yo, The bidding gonna start at 2.5. By the time it's over, Jordan, the bidding could be at 6 million. They want you away from me that bad. And they both sitting there in the office laughing. I bet you they are. I bet you him and Jordan was sitting in the office laughing. I bet you they were laughing to the bank. Yo, he cold. Yo, coach is cold. You know why? Because he don't say nothing, and then he'll hit you with a scripture. Let me tell you something about the people that hit you with a scripture. Back in the day, if a person hits you with a scripture, that person cold. That's a cold piece of work to hit you with a scripture. You know why? Because you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing negative to a scripture. You can't. He said, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. We don't know what he told this kid. They could be, as far as I'm concerned, they both could be, look, we about to get these folks money. Look, check this out. You know, now hit the portal. Now do it. Now's the time to do it. And now he don't hit the portal, and these coaches are going crazy because they don't want him with Coach Prime. But see, you got to take their hate and use it against them. So this is what we gonna do, joint. Like, boom, you go get your money, and they gonna pay you, and we both gonna be laughing. We both gonna be laughing. Think about it. We don't know what he said to him in the office. Shit, the bidding gonna go that high. You gotta take it. If these folks are trying to give you $6 million just to keep a quarterback from getting hit, that's what you got to do. I'll be laughing to the bank. All right, hold on, Corey. I'm not spreading rumors. I'm giving hypotheticals. I didn't say that it happened. You said you're spreading rumors and assuming. Do you have info where he is going? I don't have info where he is going. I'm giving hypotheticals. I'm not spreading rumors. So let me tell you this. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to send your ass to the transfer portal. Hold on one second. You ready? And I want you to take some chili Fritos and some Vaseline and some baby oil and go rock with Puff in the transfer portal. Now get out of here. That's it. I'm the wrong one. And we gonna have some fun with it today. Guys, and you like look, Lemon laugh and Murray, he know not to take me serious. We just sitting up here having a little fun with it. But I sent them to the transfer portal. I'll get them out the transfer portal in a couple days. I don't keep nobody blocked. But for the sake of the transfer portal, I'm not sending them to the bushes no more. They going to the transfer portal. He said, "You're spreading rumors. Do you know?" He said, "You're spreading rumors." Listen, I'm an old man. You know how old people are. We're unhinged. We're unhinged, yo. We're unhinged. So leave me alone, man. I'm old, man. I'm unhinged, and we don't know how to bite our tongue. So we gotta have something. Just get a sense of humor, man. It's not that serious. Yo, the portal is closing on the 16th, right? For the people that their season is over. For the people that are Indiana that had to play their last game, they're gonna have a couple more days. Like they're gonna have an extension. Or if there's a coaching change, if there's a new coaching change, the players get in the portal. But we having fun over here, man. We gotta clown. It's so much craziness going on in the world. Iran about to get attacked. Why can't I just sit up here and talk shit with y'all, man? This is the barbershop. You know how we talk shit in the barbershop? That's all it is. Dude, the last time, look, I ain't know when the last time I've been to the barbershop because I cut my own hair now. Because my barber started tripping, charging people $100. And he charged me the regular price. Because I ain't got no I know y'all about to laugh at this, but I ain't got no hairline to work with because I had locks for over 10 years, right? So I ain't got no more hairline. You know, I got one of them hairlines that you gotta, if you gotta draw me a hairline, hold up, man, hold up. If you have to draw me a hairline, I just need to cut the shit down, man. Let me just go get some clippers and just cut it off. If I gotta draw a hairline. You said breaking news, Coach Mario Chris. Coach Mario is going to the what Coach who? Who going to the Dolphins? Mario Cristobal or who going to the Dolphins? But like I said, if I got to draw myself a hairline, bro, I just got to cut it off. I gotta. Yep. That's see that see the Damn, you even got the emoji for me. Yeah, that's how it is. I just cut it off, man. Because he was trying to draw me a hairline. I said, bro, look, man. You look because I gotta take a shower. This stuff gonna wash off. I'm not out here trying to trick women. And he was like, you know what he said to me? Yo, you trying to knock my hustle? This is how I get paid, how I feed my family. I said, bro, I don't want you to draw me a hairline. And there was people sitting in the shop laughing. Yeah, he was talking about that. He wanted me to get a unit. And I said, bro, I'm not getting a unit. I said, I'm not out here trying to trick women. You said Mario Cristobal. You really? He going to the Dolphins? So that interesting. So Jordan Seaton not going to Miami. He's not going to Miami. If he going to the Dolphins, he not going to Miami. I could see Jordan now going to LSU. Yeah, I can't do the enhancements because I don't want to trick because you got to keep it up. Yeah, so you got to get your hairline. I can't do all that because then what if I meet somebody? She be like, damn, man, look at that. He got a whole hairline. And then next thing you know, she gonna be like, what happened to your hairline? I can't keep that charade up because it's too expensive. That's why I told him. I said, bro, I'm not getting no unit. Because he showed me, I was in there when he was working on somebody's unit. Yo, it looked real. His unit he had waves and everything. He gave the dude waves. Like he gave him, I don't know the texture, he gave him the Drake hair, yo. I don't know what kind of texture you call that. He gave him the Drake hair, man. He wasn't born with the Drake hair. He had a certain texture. And I said, dude, man, how much you charge? He charged a lot of money. And he put a hot rag on your face. I said, dude, I don't need no hot rag on my face. Just go ahead and line up my beard real quick and chop it off. That's it. Then don't put the razor to me because I get bumps. Don't just do the straight old school with the clippers and cut me down. He said, you don't want a baldy? Nah. Because last time I did that, man, it was crazy. You said Coach Prime and Steve Harvey got a hairline unit. No, he don't. He don't got a hairline unit. He got the hair replacement. Yo, I didn't even know all this time Steve Harvey had a unit. Because I used to always look at his fro. I'm like, yo, his fro is perfect. He had a unit this whole time. He does the enhancements. Yeah, them enhancements cost a lot of money. These barbers be tripping, man. And then he gonna sit up there and try to charge me because he cut my hair off and line up my beard and gonna try to charge me $55. I said $55. Yeah, you go to Turkey too. You can either go to Turkey or you go to Thailand. Yeah, Cat Williams got him. I didn't even know he had a unit. I didn't even know that. Like all this time, he had a hair unit. Oh, you lying about Coach Cristobal going to the Dolphins? But, oh yeah, that is how they talk in the barbershop. They be sitting up in there lying. Yo, so what happened was I walk. Sometime I go up in the barbershop. This is back when I was in Virginia. Um, man, when Coach first went to Colorado, dude, they were not happy in the barbershop. They said, man, he leave and see that, man. He could have had something great at Jackson State, man. He going up to Colorado with the white folks. I said, wait a minute. I said, you know how it is to get drafted. They're going to be like, oh, they playing with Jackson State. It's a low-level team. That could hurt his draft chances. They said, hurt his draft chances. That ain't hurt Jerry Rice. That ain't hurt blah, blah, blah. And ain't hurt Steve McNair. I'm like, all right. All right. I mean, Travis would have got drafted regardless, but he wouldn't have went as high. Yeah, the cuts got expensive. That's why I just cut my own hair. And I don't want no enhancements because you got to keep it up. Yeah, you said 3 examples, not enough. No, it's a lot more, but that's what they were saying. They said, man, he going up to Colorado, man. I said, yeah, it's a good opportunity. But now them folks up there, they starting to trip. They acting like they LSU up there or something. Like Jordan going to Miami or whatever he going. Who cares now? Like, that's his decision. And how about they not talking about the left tackle we got from Rutgers? We might have his replacement. That kid is good. So next man up. That's how it works. It's business. It's going to get worse, though, as the years go on. These kids going to get paid even more and more money. Watch. It's going to get to the point where they're getting a lot of money, especially the quarterbacks. Quarterbacks for sure. But there's no word on the curb yet as far as where he's headed. But let me hear what Matt got to say here.
I don't know if Walter Jones was one, but he was hot.
All right, give me 1 second. He was talking about a few tackles in the past, like Jonathan Ogden and these other players.
I think Seaton has the potential to be the #1 pick in the draft as a left tackle. Like, I don't know if Walter Jones was one, but he was high. Ogden was like 13. Orlando Pace was one. Jake Long was one. Tackles go high when they're this good. I also think
He's right about that. When tackles are this good, they go high because they're rare. When they're this developed, they're rare, and you could tell from high school what they're gonna do. When he came out of high school, to what he did that first year is rare. So yes, they do go high. They don't go no later than 10. We're talking about Jonathan Ogden. We're talking about all of them. Orlando Pace. Orlando Pace was a runner-up for the Heisman Trophy. He was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. That's how good he was. I know that there's a tackle from the Miami Hurricanes that's leaving. There's a lot of good. There's a lot out there. Yeah, I mean, nobody's Orlando Pace. Nobody. Nobody. Maybe the closest is Trent. The closest is Trent Williams. That's the closest. Like a Jonathan. Well, or the only reason why I don't like to compare Orlando Pace because he was one of a kind. He definitely was. But oh, you talking about Southern University? Yeah, I can't remember who was that. Casey, who was that? Um, Out of Southern. You talking about an offensive tackle? You talking about a tackle? I can't remember right now. He went to the NFL though. I can't remember his name. Who was that? That was a long time ago. But yeah, usually the tackles go very, 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 very high. Like, you're gonna see Caden Proctor and a few other tackles this year go high. Arenas, something. I can't remember his name right now. Yeah, tackles, and they all have a certain look to them. They're all tall, they're big, and they're fast on their feet. That's why there's the ceiling is high for they got to develop him though. If they don't develop him correctly, I would say he need to leave Colorado too, and that's Yaya. They have to do because if it's a developmental issue, Coach Prime got to fix that. He got to bring somebody in and develop him if that's the case. Because if Gunner and them is not doing a good job, they have to find somebody that come develop these kids because that kid right there is an NFL player. Remember I said it. Yeah, Seaton is getting drafted high because he's really, really good. But Yaya, though, you see how fast he is? Oh, let me tell you how also Colorado dropped the ball. You remember the first year when they were having foot races? They had when they make them race against each other, back and forth. Did you see how fast Rock was? Anybody notice that? Anybody notice how fast he was? They dropped the ball on him. They did. They didn't develop him. They dropped the ball. They truly dropped the ball on Rock, and he's about to go get developed now for that last year. Luckily, he got one more year. Like he saved his career. He is fast, and not only is he fast, he's strong. He's going to get developed correctly. I think he has NFL chances. He had to leave Colorado to get it. He had to, and it's unfortunate that it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but they dropped the ball on Rock. They did. You don't get on the squat machine and squat all that weight not to use them. And he's fast. I don't know chosen one. I'm not sure the effects. Yeah, he should be a center. They dropped the ball on it. He's a center. And he's not, he's not small. He's 6'3". He's not small. 300 and some pounds. They definitely dropped the ball. This is sad. They dropped the ball. I think, I'm going to be honest with you how I feel. I think this was only meant for Coach. After Shador and him leave, he was going to bounce. I think I think he was only there for that. I'm being honest with you, man. That's how I feel. He was only there for Shador and him. That was it. But then they gave him a contract extension. Then he like, I'm coming back. You got to develop these kids how you develop them, man. I honestly feel that way. It wasn't meant for him to be here this long. He just did this to get it, them drafted, and that was it. I honestly believe that. I'm not trying to talk down on them. But I think this was an opportunity for them to come to Colorado just so Shador and them could get exposure. That's it. This don't make sense. That like now he's trying to fix it because he got embarrassed because they embarrassed him last year. And now, see, he's a competitor. He wanted everything he's been in. He's been in baseball. He's been in football. He's won everything. He don't want to go out no loser. But they gave him that contract extension. And then like, all right, well, let's see what we can do now. But I don't think it was meant past Shador. I don't think so. I don't, because he already said, well, I could play in the NFL, this and that. I don't think so. I don't think he really cared that much. I'm being honest with you, man. I know he was sick last year. I know that. I know he was sick. That was beyond sick. He was dealing with something serious. He was dealing with something real serious. But as far as, I just feel that way. I don't feel like this was a long-term situation. I don't. He did his job already. He got the man in the NFL. That's it. No, I'm not glossing over it. I'm not. You probably just the first time you've been hearing me. I never gloss over that. But it's just certain things that I'm saying that don't make sense. Like they dropped the ball on Rock. Like he's really a good player. They dropped the ball on him. Yeah, they dropped the ball on him, man. And a few other people. But hopefully they don't do it with Yaya because I think he has potential to be an NFL player. But I just don't think they feel that way. And I think he might have to leave. I'm being honest with you. If he want to develop more, I think he might have to leave. Gunner is not it. Now I'm just trying to be 100 with y'all. Gunner is not it. If they're going to make somebody the offensive line coach, they need to make Gerard or Hageman because they both played in the NFL. Or bring somebody in that can develop them. They've developed these offensive linemen if they can't do it. Hageman came from IMG, so I think he could do it. Remember, he came in with Jordan Seaton. He would coach Jordan Seaton at IMG. Y'all know that? He came in from IMG. I mean, obviously he played for the Dallas Cowboys, but he was a coach at IMG. And you said he's way too short and doesn't have NFL potential. Stop it, man. You said he's short? You said he's short? I don't know if you think he's short. I don't know. They have a new director now, so those baseball plans may have changed. You think they bring in baseball in to Colorado? I think they should have one, a baseball team up there. Hold on a second. All right, Lola, I had to go look at his attributes. So you think 6'4", 340 is small? You think so? So how tall are you? Is 6'4", 340 small? How tall are you? You must be about, give or take, 6'7". You should have saw me. I'm doing my hands. You know how to do. You know how my hands going up and down. I said you might be give or take 6'7". Oh man, you don't know what he's doing. You probably said the same thing about Jimmy Horn. You said the same thing about Jimmy Horn that he dropped balls and he in the NFL. And I said he was going to the NFL. Okay? You said the same thing. So you were wrong then. So how about that? Watch he gonna say he didn't say that. You said he's taller than I thought. But he's okay, then you thought. And you also thinking that he not going. I'm telling you that he got fast feet, he can block, and he's going. You said Shiloh was going too. Oh, damn. You going with okay. He did go. Watch this, guys. Watch this. He did go. He did go. He got on a I'm not gonna use that. All right. All right, yeah. All right. What's your problem with Yaya, Roz? What's your problem with Yaya? Like, what's going on? What's up? You said I did say that, but no, I'm not talking about Jimmy. Now I'm talking about what's your problem with Yaya, man? Every time I turn around, you pop up. You pop up like the Undertaker. You should put the Undertaker music on when you come in. He's not going to the NFL. Boom. Then put the Undertaker music on. You just pop up. Every time I say somebody going, here you come. You need to put the Undertaker music on. I know you don't see it. You said the same thing about everything else. How about the CFL then, Roz? Let's see. Is Yaya good for the CFL? How about that? Let's see what he say. He probably if he say no, I'm gonna hit the floor, yo. Some view Yo-Yo as being too goofy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Um, you said no college should be paying that for a kid. A lot of people think that too. Okay, we could agree on that, CFL. Some people are saying that they don't agree that these college kids are getting paid all this money, and it's the wild, wild west right now, guys. It's not going to be fixed no time soon. It's going to get worse. So the squad that you see coming in now for Colorado, you ready for this? Drum roll. 40% of them not going to be there after next season. Okay, Boo Carter ain't going to be there. He only playing there for one season. So we're gonna have to get used to it. Like you're not gonna have the same squad every year unless coach could get some of his friends or somebody to go to Washington and try to get this regulated, or so get some kind of governing body to have a cap on this right here. That's the only thing I could see. I don't agree with that. The players should sign contracts. Now, that's one thing that they put out there. Maybe get these players to sign contracts so they're obligated. So if we're gonna pay you $2 million a year, the contract is that you can't go to another school. What do you guys think about that? I don't agree with that because yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. You said the Washington quarterback who jumped in the portal had to go back. The contract was ironclad. Okay, so they made him sign a contract. So I guess that's what the schools are gonna have to do. What do you guys think? You guys think they should sign a contract? If CU wins, they will keep more players. I agree with you. Yep. Guys, their season fell apart, especially after that game where what was the game where it all started? I think it all started when they started playing musical chairs with the quarterbacks. You said Miami paid all that money for their quarterback and they're still gonna lose. They're gonna lose to Miami. Yo, Indiana looked good. Now they trying to say Indiana's cheating. because they got players that's 25 years old on their team. They're like the oldest team in college football. One of the oldest. You said the CU quarterback situation messed up the whole team. Is right. I think so. You said they thought they were getting a dual threat quarterback. I mean, that's the way he was at his last college. He was dual threat. You said the first few games were close. K-Salt looked decent. Then it all went. I wonder why they go to hell though. You don't just unlearn how to play football. You see his tape? You ever see his film? It's good. When he was at Liberty. He got an arm and everything. Was he sick? Was he having no, I don't think he was having old lady issues. Because I saw her after the game sometime, had his old lady with him. That's not it. I think that's what happened to Joe Burrow. I think he's having girl problems. Because it don't make sense. Like something is up with him. And I bet you it's over a female. Bet you. You said he lost his confidence. Yeah, see, do you think he lost his confidence in practice? Like, it's something that he lost his I don't know. That could be it because he's not garbage. He just looked like a deer in headlights. I wonder what was it that he lost his confidence. Now, when you say they lost the locker room because of the quarterback situation, do you think the locker room wanted K Salt to play? What do you think? Or they wanted Juju to play? I know 12-0 K Salt. He's prepared for the draft. Guys, remember I said this. You guys gonna think I'm tripping on this. He's gonna make an NFL roster. I know that seemed far fetched. It's not. He gonna make an NFL. You know who he remind me of? He reminds me of the Arizona quarterback. The same height, everything. He reminds me of him. Now, my question is, what happened to him? Because when he looked like a deer in headlights, you said halfway through the season they wanted Juju, the team, you think? That was all play calling. Schumer has never been a great play caller. There was one play when he heard the call, when he heard the play, he was like, "What?" He had that what look on his face. We going with this? I've seen plays where they call the same play back to back and it didn't work. There's a lot of play calling issues they had. I don't think it was all him. I don't think so. You can't convince me. He don't just stop learning how to play football. It was something else. The coaches, this on the coach. That's why coach said, just blame me. Well, no, coach, we're not going to just blame you. You have offensive coordinator for a reason. You're not the offensive coordinator, and you're not the defensive coordinator. Because that's what he said. Just keep the blame on me. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. Unless you were calling the plays, which he wasn't. So we have to blame the appropriate people. Yeah, I know you almost beat BYU, TCU, and Georgia Tech. The Georgia Tech game was very close. And Georgia Tech went on to have a pretty decent season. Why did he just? He didn't. He should have pulled a Michael Vick and fired him during the season. You know, Michael Vick fired his people during the season, the first season. I don't know. I was thinking we were gonna get like something close to Michael Vick. I don't know what I was thinking. That's what he looked like when he was at Liberty. He was killing it. He said bubble screens over and over. Yeah, he got an arm on him. He does. He had one, but it's just the play calling, I think. But we'll see. This year they got the what you call the go go. See what happens there. But don't y'all start attacking this offensive coordinator, man. Because y'all know how y'all do. Y'all be running coordinators off. Y'all got on what's his name? The defensive coordinator. You gotta give him another chance. Because the defense couldn't stay off the field. They were tired, I think. By the time they get off the field good and punt, and get a kickoff kick, it's third down. They coming back off the field again, fourth down. You said Salter drafted higher than Shador? No. I think if he does make it, he'll make a roster spot. Undrafted free agent. That's what I meant. And it's going to be some factors. His pro day, if he's invited to one of them all-star games, it depends on how he does. But since they changed the offensive coordinator, it should be a better look now. That's what it should be. It should be better plays. Put it that way. It's a whole new look system now. Now that Shermer's not there. Or the CFL, right? He could go to the CFL too. More than likely the CFL. No, Livingston is not going. I'm talking about Shermer. Livingston is defensive coordinator. I think he'll be okay. But I was just hoping that Salter did okay because that was his last season. I would like to. You saw glimpses of it when he ran and stuff. You saw it, but it just wasn't the Liberty Sakay Salt, you know. Yeah, like a invite. Yeah, the third and long situation. I really honestly think a lot of it had to do with the play calling. In the no, well, in the preparation, maybe. But I don't know for sure. But I think he'll correct it though. I think this year you're gonna see a different look team as far as the offense is concerned. And they're gonna throw people off and win some games. For sure. I hate to be hot and cold on the situation, but any situation can be fixed. It's not unfixable, you know. So they got the right new offensive coordinator. So then do he got a lot of pressure on him? Yeah, he do. You know, coming in as a new offensive coordinator, you know, you want to win these games. But we'll see. He's young, so he should be up for the task. He brought some of his people with him, so that's good. Some of his players came, so they're acclimated with the system already. So the transition should be okay. and just get Juju up to speed, you know, and the other quarterback on the system, they should be fine. Now, as far as like Seaton position, they have the guy coming in. I think he's going to be really good. So he'll be able to fill those shoes for Seaton and just add a few more people to the offensive line and be ready to go. The quarterback room is good already. I mean, the running back, yeah, the running back room is good already. The receiver room, I'm not worried about. They're adding some more people to the defensive line. The linebackers, I'm straight with that, and the safeties. I think they're ready to go soon. They just add a few more players, and that'll be it. Just remember, this is still a good opportunity, you know, for the players that's coming in. This is an opportunity for them to shine on this platform. And so, yeah, it's going to be a lot of hungry players coming in. And it don't hurt to have some Polynesians on the team, which they have now. That's always a plus. So they got everything now, just about. They got players from all conferences, SEC and all over the place. They went through all the conferences, so it's good. They got some experience too, people that actually played. So I think they'll go to a bowl game. Which bowl game, I'm not sure yet. It's contingent upon their schedule. But yeah, they definitely got 6 games in the bag, just for even when all the stuff they lost. But the people that they acquired, and they just acquired a new a new wide receiver. They also acquired somebody else from the SEC that's a starter. That's a star. True freshman. So they going for it now. So their wide receiver room is stacked now. But hey, man, like I said, the coaches coming in though, they got pressure on them for sure. Because you know all eyes are gonna be on Colorado. Okay, let's see what he do this year. See if they win. I don't think the schedule has come out yet, has it? I don't think so. But we'll have to wait and see. Look at the schedule. You said Miami 44, Indiana 20. That's what you're going with on the you should make some money then. I think Indiana is a slight favorite. So you think if it's close to that score, you're gonna make a lot of money if you cover that point spread. He said he didn't perform after they beat North Dakota State. Max said he was the next. Look, see, Rod, see, damn, he do show up like the Undertaker, man. He do. He's been doing this. He shows up like I be talking like, oh, here he come. Here come Roz, man. I'm like, oh. One time I had to get off. He was just pulling receipts left and right. Yo, I had to get off, yo. I was like, yo, I said, guys, I'll see y'all a little later. And no, you forgetting something, Roz. I didn't just say that. That's okay. Okay, Michael Vick. But I said something else. I said he could win the Heisman Trophy. That's what I said. I said, yo, we might have back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners. That's how much I drunk the Kool-Aid. Because Coach said this team is better than Travis and them. I said, oh, shit. I said he said that. He said they better than last year's. I said, what? I said, yeah. And then I started thinking, I said, Salt. You know what I'm saying? He gonna dual threat. He gonna throw for 1,000. That's what I say. He gonna throw for 2,000. run for 1,000. I said, he the Heisman Trophy winner. Big 12 title. Dude, I was really high. I said Big 12 title. Yeah, I even bet I lost money to my brother. I bet money on him. I said they going to the Big 12 title. He said, no, they not. He said, I bet you $100. And I said, all right, bet. I got you. I said, yo, we got, what's his name? He like Michael Vick. He said, he ain't like no Michael Vick. I said, how do you know? You know, you ain't even researching it. How you know? He said, I did research it. So I said, all right, put your $100 up. So he did. His wife was the witness. And after the season was over, he didn't really say much. So I'm thinking he might have forgot. So he called me up. He said, you could just cash app me that. I said, cash app you what? The money, the 100. You can just cash app me because I'm not gonna be in town. I'm on the West Coast. I said, you on the hold on a second. Damn, I thought my car was getting towed. Damn. The license plate almost sounded like mine. But anyway, yeah, I said, he like Michael Vick, man. I said, yo, you know what I'm saying? He said, bro, I bet you $100. I bet him. He said, yo, just cash at me that. I need that. I said, cash app you what? He called in the middle of the night. He said, yo, cash app me that 100. I need that real quick. Cause I got to get something to eat. I said, you got to get something to eat. He said, yeah, we need to get something to eat. I said, where y'all at? He drive trucks. He was on the West Coast. I said, where y'all at? We on the West Coast. I had to cash app him, yo. Because I lost the bet. I lost the bet. I could have cashed apped him after the fourth game. I was gonna cash app him because it was over. The season was over. I lost the money, and he didn't forget either. And then he said this time, "Yo, you good for another bet?" I said, "Well, let me just see who we getting in first, and so I could feel good." Or he said, "Yo," he said this yesterday. "Yo, y'all lost Jordan Seaton, man. You don't want to bet me." So he trying to bait me now. I'm like, let me see who we get in here. Let's see. Let's wait till the portal close. He said, you want to double up? Nope, not doubling up. So he said the bet is the bowl game. Not if they win or lose, can they get to one? That's what he want to bet on. So I might take that bet. I think I might take that. They going to get to at least a bowl game, man. Come on, stop playing with me. Let me see what else Matt's saying here.
I don't know if Walter Jones was one, but he was high. Ogden was like 13. Orlando Pace was one. Jake Long was one. Tackles go high when they're this good. I also think that last year he was extremely average, didn't grade out well, and got hurt and didn't finish the season. And I know he had a hamstring injury, but I bet you if they were fighting for a bowl game, he would have been on the field. So last year was treated very NFL-ish, where I'm going to shut it down, and he did. And you know what? I can't really blame the kid. That's the world we live in. I wouldn't do it, but that's the world we live in. I didn't expect to see this one. I thought that he was one of the pillars with Prime, especially with all the talk. If you're a dog, come to Colorado. Like a month ago, he said I could come play with me, telling kids to come in the transfer portal just for him to leave. That's weird. Like if anybody came in because he helped and then he jumps in the portal, what does that say exactly? But look, man, money has something to do with this. So, Coach Prime, please stop talking about money publicly. Neely, stop talking about money publicly, please. Have a little bit of business acronym, please. Because when you come out and say that we want dogs, not cats, and cats chase bags, and we don't want guys to chase bags, but then Coach Prime consistently did it when he was a player to baseball and football, and that's cool. I don't have a problem with it. Go get paid, but don't say it's bad when you're the franchise now and you have to pay.
Yeah.
Don't talk about money publicly. It should be relatively confidential. I mean, there's numbers all over the place, speculation, 2.5 million, yada yada. I bet you it's about 2.5. That makes sense, and it'll go up.
All right, so that's a little bit he said on Jordan Seaton. The thing is, he just did what's best for him and his family. That's all it is. There's going to be a lot of people talking about it, and you go from there now. But I do know if they get another high-profile player in there, you got to pay. It's just it's just the world. It's the nature of sports now. You got to pay college sports. You got to pay for it, and they may not have it all. So, but hey, man, if the bidding is starting at 2.5 and they go to 6, shoot, he could go whoever he can give him the 6. That's it. Whoever give him the 6, that's it, man. Go for it. But yeah, I mean, it's at that point. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see where he ends up. I'm thinking Miami. Between Miami and LSU, that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to talk to you guys later. Probably a little later. Something else, unless something break off, any other breaking news. But they got some more high-profile players that came in that they signed. That's that the roster looking pretty good right now. It does. So they're not done yet because things are not over. There's still thousands of people in the portal, so they can go get pretty much. It's just a matter of like just finding these players, but they're gonna get a lot. Definitely gonna get a lot coming in. But I'm gonna catch you guys.